let's talk about this match, JonDatFlindo versus theeedave. Now, we were not expecting theeedave to be here tonight. We were expecting Dars.
Yeah, Dars had some last minute obligations or what have you that came up, and he unfortunately had to bow at the very, very last minute.
Mhm.
Luckily, D Dave we were able to scramble, and D Dave was able to um, be the substitute for tonight's match, and it's going to be one great match between him and John Datflindo.
Yeah, these two have only faced each other once before, um, and I believe it was a round one match. So we'll see them go head to head. Now, Dave has seen 8 to 11 so far before this year, and it was when he won the silver tournament. So he's no stranger to this level block.
Yeah, and D Dave actually had an upset against Floyd a little earlier of last year actually, and so he has seen 8 to 11. It's been a while since both these players have seen 8 to 11 block, but it's going to definitely be a slugfest. They're going to put on a great show for us tonight.
All right, and we have our countdown: three, two, one, pills. The Dave is our hardy restreamer, so actually, I had to set that countdown for our bot. I sort of was sleeping on the job on that responsibility. A really nice opening board from Dave, despite all of this crazy blue yellow situation. He's able to get a lot of this done because basically every pill has had a blue half in it. Swung.
Yeah, his board is saying UCLA, but Dave is still chipping away at it here.
Hmm.
Meanwhile, it looks like John Datflindo is making short work of this board. He's cut into it, torn into it, but it looks like he's creating a little bit of a separation between the left and the right halves there, Savage.
And yeah, so sometimes that can work out, but uh, he's going to have a lot of drop time, especially because these yellows are everywhere and it's basically just
Oh,
yellow,
and a blue
red.
blitz for John Flendo. Absolutely useless.
uh,
Get this out of here.
yeah.
Doctor,
Do,
what a cruel, cruel man. Jeez.
do not love it, but love this move that he did. A
Oh, nice.
horizontal into a drop tee. Really nicely done. Some yellow reds would be really great for columns 6 and 7. So we'll see how this goes. And B Dave, this blue yellow will be great for him.
Yeah, both these boards looking quite, despite their troubles that they had, they're looking quite even right now here. Dave taking a very slight lead over John Datflindo, but it's looking like
Mhm.
between the yellows and reds, it's whoever is going to get those two pill halves
Yeah.
the soonest.
Yeah, this is just really interesting that the two of them, I mean, they basically have identical boards in terms of how they look. You know, the medium speed, Dave was building up really high there and can maneuver things around, but Flindo out first at a 142. Dave just needs the couple more yellows to be out, and he will at a 152.
Yeah, not too bad there. Both of them getting out at relatively the same time here, but it's still too early to call it. Still too early
Hmm.
to see who the clear winner is at this point.
Yeah, Flindo dealing with a lot of blues and a big staircase. So he's just going to have to bring those down. That horizontal is going to do wonders for him in terms of getting that board to be a little more diverse, a little more quickly. Not sure. I was wondering what Dave was going to do in his column 3 because I didn't think that getting anything horizontal was going to work that high up for him, but he cleared it.
Yeah, and it looks like now Dave is needing the blues that Flindo had in a prior level is what Dave is needing for this
Mhm.
level now. But he is making short work of it. He has diversified it quite a bit back to a little more just all blues all day, and looks like it's still a three virus game at this point. Savage.
But I think Dave's board is a little bit cleaner at the moment. You see, Flindo is going to have to do that drop time in column 1 to clear out that red garbage. But both players actually have kind of a funnel situation going on where the sides are high and the middle is low. So we'll see how they both take down those sides. I think currently John's board is getting a little bit closer to clean, a little faster. But check out those rows like 4, 5, 6 there on the left hand side. It's going to be rough.
Yeah, I was noticing Flindo looked like he had something in between those yellows and reds. It might have been a little bit of a misflippage going on over there, but he actually cleaned it up quite well, which is very fortuitous because that was just a huge bottleneck going on with what his
Mhm.
plans were. But it looks like John Dat Flindo is taking the lead over Dave.
Yeah. And it's about a 9 virus lead, and Flindo's got the opportunity to take out this blue horizontally. Meanwhile, Dave chiseling away at the left and right hand side, but getting really good pill halves to do so. So he is going to need a bunch of reds to get this out, but luckily his plans won't need to block each other.
I'm noticing Flindo's board for his level 10. He got out at about 340, and it looks to me like he's got a couple, like almost like a parfait as far as what's going on with his viruses. He's got a really dense top line, kind of nothing in the middle, and then he's got some density back at the lower portion of the board. So he's going to make quick. I think he's going to make short work out of this level here, and he's doing just that.
We're gonna have to find a technical definition for a parfait and and give that a good analysis, folks. So Dave Dave is out of level 9 and he's into level 10 and luckily getting some good stuff here in terms of not too much blue, although as I say that he is starting to get the blue that he does not need. So we'll see about that. But he's about 17 viruses behind Flindo, who is having a really great level 10.
His level 10 was looking great as I predicted and I was hoping for, but it looks like Dave has some plans of his own to really chip away at this level block there. He has a ton of and a beautiful
Ooh,
yellow upside
I
down
like
cross.
that.
Man, that looked beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Good job, Dave.
Man, I freaking love this game. Anyway, um, yeah, so Dave dealing with so much red and yellow, and actually it's interestingly enough, that's kind of Flindo's pain point at the moment. He's gonna have to decide whether he's going for some things horizontally, vertically, what's his prioritization. Um, I don't know. Esp- but he is seeming to hold out and throwing away red pill house, which Flindo tends to do, and I don't know. He's got enough of a lead right now that it might not matter, but it is a little bit tough, Swung.
I agree with you with that. It was looking like, oh, he's going to log out of here.
Oh yeah.
Very
Okay.
nice. There you go.
Hmm.
But yeah, he had a couple of different plans that were suggesting to clear out horizontally, but he had a couple of pill halves that wouldn't allow him to do so so efficiently. So he actually manufactured something very quickly and in short work, and it worked out. It worked out. I mean, he was able
Hmm.
to log out with some swag. So very nice to see.
We do love our swag here. And speaking of swag, he had a really nice combo just now on the center of the board. Dave's still working through the end game of this level 10. It's pretty straightforward, nice vertical into a horizontal. That column 1 is the only trouble there, and just trying to figure out how this blue will pop in horizontally and then hoping that he doesn't block off the red. So now he's got plans for everything and he'll be out soon.
He decided to prioritize the things okay. I think in this given a situation with the traffic light situation to three vertical viruses over there, one might think maybe we do one clear horizontally, one clear vertically, and Dave Van should do that. He was out at 643, I believe, in his way into level 11.
And meanwhile, Flindo really running away with this level 11, doing great work here. Now it's going to be all red blue for him down the rest of the bottle. So he's got to make sure that every time he sees a red or a blue, he uses it in an appropriate place. There should be no throwing away or no holding out for anything here. He's really got to use them in the right place. And Dave is in the same situation with red.
Oh my god, it's a tale of two
Mm.
different boards, yet two different
Oh.
similar boards here. This is quite troublesome for both players as they're navigating this horrific level 11. But it looks to me like Flindo got out of that cursed level and is down to his final few viruses here.
Yeah, I'm so bummed when I see a board like this on 11. 11 can be these levels can be so beautiful. Things can fly off the board really quickly, but when you have a board like Dave's, it's just not going to happen.
It was
And he's
quite
playing.
unfortunate. But yeah, Flindo out is
Yeah.
755.
Mhm. GG's.
Geez,
Yeah,
Dave.
Influx in chat saying, "I'd say I've seen worse, but I'm not sure that's true." You
Perhaps a
know,
case of Schrodinger's level, both bad and good.
both bad and maybe not as bad.
Maybe not so bad. I don't
Maybe not.
know.
Yeah. Yeah, you never know until you hit start there.
Physics be darned. But let's go on in over here. Looks like Oh yeah, as we noticed in the chat there, CJ Roth 184 pointing out Flindo with a fat log swaggy shirt. We love
Oh,
to see that.
wow.
Custom
I mean,
shirts. Look at that. Wow, amazing.
he's gonna give you a run for your money in terms of a homemade shirt competition. So we have readies from both players and 3, 2, 1, pills.
Pills. Let's do this. Match 2 on the way between JonDatFlindo and the Dave.
Yeah, so these these players, Flindo just needs one more, and then he will be going on to meet the winner of our last match. Um, so things are off to a good start. Both players have a very blue yellow heavy top line, and now Dave's is switching to red. So we'll see how that goes for him.
Yeah, Flindo's looking like he has a little bit of a ski-free action going on with his board here. It's kind of sloping up and down towards the right there. He's making wow, that was some, and all of a
Yeah,
sudden
that
now
was
he just
mm-hmm,
avalanche
pretty
down.
clean.
Everything's just cleaned up.
Look at you with all the skiing metaphors and the
Uh,
sports things. Good
Something
for
like that.
you. Good for
There
you.
we go. There we go.
Yeah, yeah. So wow, really nice
Blending it
work
up there.
there.
That's
Yeah,
something that's quite that's very and 2 for 2. It's amazing to see that. So much swag with Flindo. I was gonna say that when if you take a look at Flindo's stream, I thought he was gonna go for a third one. I would have been like, wow. But if you take a look at Flindo's stream in his hills, he loves those swims. And you just when
yeah.
you see it, it blows my mind how accurate he did. And I if you see his last match, Savage, between him and Dars, um, or no, I'm sorry, Flindo between him and Ook, there's this lightning quick swim that he did from like column 5 up to we totally missed it. It was amazing though. It was just you have to watch the tape to see Flindo do that. It was amazing. But back to this match here. D-Dave with a virus lead of about 5 right now. Just need some
Yeah,
reds and
yeah.
blues.
And of course, the blues were the thing at the beginning of the level and they're going to be at the end, but he just needs two more and he'll be out. So he is at a nice comfortable lead out at a 148. Flindo is he's kind of handcuffed until he can get this blue in column 2 out. Because he looks like he has some competing plans here. He wants to take out the red horizontally. Look, he was throwing away those blues, and I think that's not a great idea. But now he's committed. He realizes that it's okay. He'll get this to work.
Yeah, it's a tough situation when it's all clumped up in the side there. I mean, you have to
Hmm.
figure out, do you attack it from the top? Do you attack it from the side? Flindo not too pleased with that, and I don't blame him. He got at about 218 there.
Hmm.
But it's a tough situation to be in to figure out how does one clear up from what the doctor's not giving you and how the board was set up. But, we just
Hmm.
got to shake it off and continue on at their next level here, which is exactly what he's doing here.
Hmm.
Beautiful sweet
Yeah,
tea. Drop down. He's back in it. Only down by
yeah,
about 8 viruses.
yeah. And he started off the level down about 13, 14. Dave's got a really nice board right now. It is very, very clean. And, there's a lot of great double opportunities, and he's getting a couple double pills. I really like that he can take out the reds and, like, you know, either vertically or horizontally and see where the sandwich goes. He opts for
Hmm.
horizontally. Yeah, there's a lot of great options that he has, and it's sort of naturally occurring in the board. That's always nice to see.
Dave is doing a very good job being able to maneuver and navigate those pills around. He could attack it from any which way in multiple directions, and he was doing just that and quite flawlessly, I might add. He's down to his final 5 and just needs a little bit of blues and reds, and the yellow will be his last order of business.
Hmm. Yeah, but if he tucks those reds from underneath, it'll be good. And yeah, so great. He can get all of these horizontally really nicely done. Look at Flindo setting up for something very large. There
Oh
we go.
man,
And he
drop
gets
cross,
it.
drop into
Yep.
another one, and he actually, I thought he's gonna have some trouble with
I
that
thought he,
last yellow, but no, he
yeah,
had a great contingency plan. I think we're at a virtual dead heat here, folks. 354 and
yeah.
353 for the both of them.
For a second, I thought that with that giant combo, Flindo was going to just take the lead right back. And that would have been fun and dramatic. And I'm always looking for more drama in the Dr. Mario bracket.
We're definitely getting it between these two players here. This is an exciting match, and these two players are definitely putting on quite a great show.
Yeah,
Uh,
but Swang, these boards, like I'm not happy with all the red yellow here at the top. It's
oh.
I'm not a fan.
Yeah, as you mentioned that both players have a chasm in the fifth column, and they now are deciding to navigate and weave pills through that, possibly make a trash pile. But it's literally all reds for both players. This is quite
Mhm.
the board for both of them. Let's see how these players maneuver and figure out what to do in this situation. Ooh.
Yeah, I'm just not a fan. I think they're just gonna have to use what I like to call strategic garbage and just, you know, use yellows and stuff to just build platforms and make it come down. Because Flinto's got this possibility for a giant fat log in the bottom, but it's a double red fat log. And of course, as I say that, he's gonna get that. It looked like he was
Manufactured it.
it looked
He
like
is
he was building up from underneath, but oh well,
the
cool.
shirt has been worth and the shirt has not disappointed. So he's
Yeah.
definitely living up to this expectation here. We're just what we'd like to see here, folks. But wow, Flindo, I was looking at both their boards and it was all red, and Flindo had three reds all stacked up on top of one another, and yet he managed to diversify it still. He's down to his final
Mhm.
two and just, well, he's more reds.
Yeah. And Dave's been taking a really calm, straightforward approach to taking this. And, he's not afraid to clear out, blues and yellows if it's just garbage. And so that's worked for him without too much of a time loss. But again, anytime he sees a red pill fragment, he needs to put it on top of a red. And it should be in a place that's going to advance other areas as well.
Most definitely. He's actually down to his final bit of it here. I like the setup that he does with that, with the
Hmm.
double blue, noticing it in his next pillbox. Makes it very flexible in case other non-red pills came, and they did. So Dave's doing a great job at that.
Hmm. And Flindo off to a really good start on this level 11. There's a lot of blue on the top line, but he's got a bunch of opportunities where just one blue pill half will take it down. But there's layer after layer of blue, so he's going to have to figure out how to get things arranged so that when those blues fall down, it's going to make those next layers also accessible.
It's looking okay for him. It's looking like his plans are coming to fruition. Uh, John had a little bit of a misdrop a few seconds ago in columns 6 and 7, but just cleaned it up and it wasn't really too worrisome for him.
Hmm. Yeah, so David about 18 viruses behind. There's a lot of blue red on the top of his board, and there are some opportunities to maybe try to build some things up for like those blues horizontally. I don't think he's going to take them because they're a little more convoluted than would be necessary when you're behind. But uh, oh,
Ooh,
giant combo from
massive combo
Flindo
from
just
Flindo.
now.
Yeah,
Wow.
that was quite the sight to see. He was doing setups on top of setups on top of setups to get everything just falling down, cascading for 1, 2, and 3. And what a sight to see! That was masterfully done.
Hmm. I think Flindo had a couple of matches recently that really, really frustrated him, and I think he sort of put down the controller for a little bit and was like, "Nah," And a lot of us wanna do that, but seeing him in this form, it's really, really awesome.
It's
So
refreshing. He's doing
yeah.
quite a great job there. Looks like Flindo. Yep, all he just needs to do is drop everything down. He's going to be out once he gets one more red pill. And 8-14, Flindo punching his ticket into the semifinals. Great job. GG's.
Nice. All right. And Dave is working on finishing this. Now, again, just a ton of blue. Just 5, 6, 7.
Yikes.
And
Yeah.
but, he's set up so that once these blues fall, a lot of great stuff will happen. See, boom, boom, boom.
Yeah.
And so it stays clean. And that's a really great ability that he has, both with the viruses and the pill arrangement, that he's been able to just keep the arrangement good.
Dave is a very methodical player. He definitely sets up and takes his time to make sure everything falls in the appropriate spots. And at the end of the day, he's playing a lot of fundamental Dr. Mario, and sometimes the fundamentals is really sometimes all you need to advance the board here. But he's going to be out at a 9-12.
Hmm. And he is going to come back and join us in the booth. Everyone, please give both of these players a follow and give our restreamer, the Dave, some big GGs. So, Flindo, we will see you in semifinal Sunday. We